Welcome back, folks. I hope everybody had an outstanding Thanksgiving weekend. And if yours was terrible or lonely, that means it's more likely to be better next year. Now, that's the law of averages, not me just blowing sunshine. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. It's the National Day of Giving, which is a great idea for a day. Now, one of the true joys in life is passing a little around. Yesterday was Cyber Monday for those who celebrate the complete digital takeover of humanity and also like a good deal. I'm a bit of a student of economics, and spotty though my academic record may be, and I'm also a language guy, which you would know if I wrote this instead of spoke it. So, as a big fan of both econ and language, let me point out a quibble as we get farther into the Christmas shopping season. I've had this nerdy conversation with other folks, so I'll do it here. It makes me crazy when people say they saved money shopping for a sale or online or even at thrift stores because they didn't save a red, soon to be extinct penny by shopping discount. They spent money by shopping discount, and they probably spent more than they otherwise would have, considering they probably wouldn't have bought the goods at the regular price, which, by the way, wasn't really a regular price if people weren't buying at that price. You save money in a bank or in stock and bond funds, knock on wood, or maybe in a mason jar in the back of the gun safe. Now, that's not to shame spending, especially gift buying. Get out there, spend, help the economy hum, but don't tell us you saved $100 by buying a Stairmaster. It's like one of those there things I needed to get off my chest. Anyway, happy National Day of Giving, everybody. If we've actually saved money, then we have a little to give. Today on the show, we have Tuberville on filibusters, the many reasons a new Auburn coach might get excited, rainy weather, and Mardi Gras horses. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama.
In America, half of every dollar spent on brand medicines goes to entities who don't make them. While middlemen like PBMs and 340B hospitals drive up costs, Biopharma is investing $500 billion in new infrastructure and manufacturing here at home, and helping patients buy medicines directly at lower prices. Tell Washington to end middlemen markups and put American patients first. Visit phrma.org/middlemen.
Quick correction from last week. Last Wednesday, I used a quote from the nonprofit Energy Alabama's policy director. His name is John Dodd, in a story about power bills. Here I said Todd instead of Dodd, and I'm sorry about that. AL.com's William Thornton had it right in his reporting, but I had it wrong here. All right, Alabama gubernatorial candidate and U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville went all in on ending the Senate's filibuster in an op-ed for Breitbart, reports AL.com's Patrick Darrington. Now, a filibuster is a tactic used by the minority to block or at least delay a vote by extending debate indefinitely. Often they might go on and on with their arguments, although you may recall Ted Cruz reading Green Eggs and Ham during the debate on Obamacare. If you always wanted to try making oyster dressing, by the way, look no farther than the U.S. Senate record, where Huey Long entered a recipe during a 1935 debate over rules for hiring New Deal bureaucrats. Now, in the U.S. Senate, you need 60 out of the 100 senators to vote to end debate on legislation, even if the actual legislation requires only a simple majority. So the filibuster is useful to you if your side is up against a narrow majority. It prevents 51 senators from running roughshod over your 49. You might view it as an impediment to progress, or sometimes the only way to bring compromise into the lawmaking process. Generally, more on the Democratic side of the aisle have made efforts to end the filibuster. But during the shutdown, with Democrats filibustering the Republican measure to fund the government, President Trump became strongly opposed to the filibuster and asked Republicans to end it. As went Trump, now goes Tuberville. His fear is that Democrats, once they're back in power, will end the filibuster finally anyway and ram through their agenda. Instead, he wrote that he'd like to see the Republicans get the first run at a filibuster-free chamber to push through the so-called America First policies of the Trump administration. To actually end the filibuster altogether, Trump and Tuberville would have a tough row to hoe. Senate Majority Leader John Thune has said there are not enough votes at this point to end the filibuster. New Auburn football coach Alex Golesh was introduced to the media and fans on Monday.
War Eagles! I am so excited to be here. My family, our staff that's coming in here as we're going, we're so darn excited to be here. Humbled to be the 33rd head football coach here. About to go into the stadium, I got goosebumps thinking about it. This is going to be the most exciting brand of football we have played around here for a really, really long time. We're going to play really hard. We're going to be tough. We're going to do things the right way. And we're bringing championships right here to Auburn! I'm so grateful for everybody being out here. I cannot wait to get rocking and rolling. We're 24 hours in. Every single minute of what we're doing matters. This is going to be the hardest working staff you guys have ever seen. We're going to work tirelessly to make you guys proud of every single thing we do. I'm humbled. I'm honored. I can't wait to play games right here a year from now. We will bring pride back to the Plains. I appreciate you. War Damn Eagle!
He has multiple reasons to be that excited. First, of course, is that he's coaching Auburn football. Then there are the details, millions and millions of them. AL.com's Peter Rauterkus reports that Golesh will make a base salary of $6.75 million during his first year on the Plains. Then each year he gets a $250,000 raise so that he'll average just under $7.4 million per year over the 6-year deal. But that's just getting started if he produces a winner. The incentives include $1.5 million for a 9th regular season win, another $2 million for a 10th, another $1 million for an 11th, and another $1 million for a 12th. There are $1 million in a playoff appearance, then more bonuses for advancing each round of the playoffs, culminating in $500,000 for reaching the national championship game and another $1 million for winning it. And there are more. $300,000 for winning the SEC, $50,000 for winning SEC Coach of the Year, $75,000 for winning National Coach of the Year, another $25,000 large just for finishing the season in the top 25. Now, it could be quite a raise for a guy who was making a paltry $2.5 million at South Florida, according to the Montgomery Advertiser. Welcome to the SEC, Coach. The rain many of us saw yesterday is just the beginning of a week that could help with the drought conditions we've been under across the state, reports AL.com's Lee Morgan. National Weather Service forecasts were calling for everyone in the state to receive at least a half inch of rain over Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. Chances for more rain improve as you move to the east or south. Now, after that moves out, there could be another round of rain coming Thursday evening into Friday. Cold December rain doesn't make for a great outside day, but there's a silver lining here. Most of the states have been under some level of drought, with North Alabama lucky enough to be merely abnormally dry, according to the U.S. Drought Monitor, which is using its extreme drought designation in parts of the Wiregrass and a swath of West Alabama. Extreme drought, by the way, is the monitor's level 3 designation. Now, there is a level 4 exceptional drought, which doesn't seem worse than extreme, but in this case it is. Well, the city of Mobile's regulation of the use of horses in Mardi Gras parades continues to evolve, reports AL.com's Lawrence Specker. Now, this issue went high profile nearly 2 years ago. During the first parade of 2024, a horse collapsed, and video of a person kicking that horse on the ground went viral, and you can imagine the uproar. So, for the 2025 Mardi Gras season, the city put into effect new policies regarding veterinary exams and rider training. According to the city, this year there'll be updates. Some of the basic rules, according to an advisory from the city, animal control officers will evaluate horses on parade days on site. Horse owners must provide vaccine and disease testing documentation by January 23rd. Riders who own their horses must complete an approved training every 3 years. Other riders must take an annual refresher course. Riders 16 years old or younger must wear a helmet. The city touted the on-site horse evaluations as a way to make implementation of the policies more efficient. Thank y'all so much for listening to us. We're going to be back tomorrow. Until then, y'all come by and see what we're doing anytime you want to on the World Wide Web at al.com.